Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The last couple of videos I've been talking about a little bit about mental health and stuff like that because when you have any type of disability, a neuromuscular disease or any type of muscular dystrophy, mental health, you might deal with mental health at some point in your life livelihood and stuff. So that's why I wanted to implement that on my channel, even though my channel is mostly focused on my disability, which is muscular dystrophy and stuff. But there's something I wanted to implement this year as well because I focus a lot on my muscular dystrophy, but there's several muscular dystrophies and stuff. I wanted to focus on all muscular dystrophy, even though they're all affects individuals differently. The most aggressive one you should know is the one I have, muscular dystrophy dual chain and stuff. But there's one muscular dystrophy that I want to start with besides my muscular dystrophy dual chain, the one I have. It's called Becker muscular dystrophy, and it's BMD for short, and mine is DMD for short. You might be wondering why am I starting with that one? Because there, like I said, there's many muscular dystrophy, but why that one? Because this is the curious part of the whole Becker muscular dystrophy disease. Uh, Supposedly, from what I know, it starts affecting you around your uh, early 30s until once you hit 40, it's when that you start getting weaker and develops around that time. But around your 20s, I think you start getting weaker. From what I know, is it develops around age 40. Basically, you live a normal life, you basically live a normal life for maybe 20 plus years. Then all of a sudden you start getting weaker, but it's like you already did everything a person supposed to do. You're from infant to child to teenager, you know, you probably graduate high school, uh, you go to college, you start your own family, you have kids and all that. Then all of a sudden you develop BMD, aka Becker muscular dystrophy, and that's the least aggressive muscular dystrophy. I think that's from what they told me, from what I know, what I told my parents, it's the least aggressive one. So my genetics doctor many years ago, basically when I was born, he was hoping I landed in the BMD category, not in the DMD category. But sadly, I ended up on the worst category. It's basically was like we can say. I mean, a lot of you been to a casino, right? The roulette thingy the roulette, that you pick a number where the ball is gonna land. You know, that's basically what they were doing with my diagnosis. Hopefully, my diagnosis was the ball that they do in the roulette in the casino, hoping it landed on the, you know, the BMD category. Not the DMD is like I'm saying, like the roulette. You pick a one. I think the ball is gonna land on the red 20 or black 20. Sometimes lands red 14, red 9. You never know where it's gonna land. Same thing. That's how I see my diagnosis now. It's like playing roulette, hoping it landed on the BMD, not on the DMD. But anyway, I thought I'd just give you guys a little bit brief story about that. But for this video, I'm gonna be talking about how do you get diagnosed with BMD? Because with muscular dystrophy, for mine, you need to do a biopsy. In a biopsy, you take a piece of, I think, bone from an individual. But with this one, I'm not really sure if it's the same thing. If not, so I found an article explaining how they do this diagnosis thing when it comes to Becker. And let's see what it says. The diagnosis of Becker muscular dystrophy (BMD) may vary gently. The symptom can appear in early childhood, Like I said, I did not know it could appear like an early childhood. As early as age 5, I mean, or as late as 60. That's the one I thought it was 40, but it says here it's saying 60, so I'm not sure. So that's why I wanted to start with this one. Like I mentioned, it was this. I want to know a little bit more about it, and how it works, because why? Because they wanted me to land on this one. Indeed, some of these don't reach their developmental milestone, and some find out that they can't keep up during their physical education class or during military training. As a diagnosing on any form of muscular dystrophy, a physician usually begins by taking a patient's and their family's history, followed by extensive physical examination. The history of physical examination can go a long way toward making the diagnosis even before any complicated diagnostic tests are done. A doctor wants to determine whether a patient weakness results from a problem in the muscle themselves or in the nerves that control them. Problems in the muscle control or in motor neurons which originate in the spinal cord and brain reach out to all the body muscle can cause weakness that looks like a muscle problem. Other diseases have some of the same symptoms. DMD has sometimes been misdiagnosed as Duchenne muscular DMD or LGMD. For this reason, it's important to go through a careful diagnosis process, usually involving genetic DNA testing. Well, I think this one's a little bit more complicated, to diagnose, because they either kind of diagnose, they can misdiagnose you, which is a dangerous thing, because they might start giving you medication or start doing procedures that they don't need to be there, that they're not necessary because you don't have DMD or LGMD. And it says early in the doctor often orders a special blood test called a CK level. CK stands for creatine kidneys and enzyme that leaks out of damaged muscle. When elevated CK levels are found in the blood sample, it usually means muscle being destroyed by some abdominal process such as muscular dystrophy or inflammation. Therefore, a high CK level suggests that the muscles themselves are likely cause of the weakness, but it does not tell exactly what the muscle disorder might be. In BMD, CK level for affected are usually elevated above normal level, up to 5 times the upper limit of normal levels, or more for carrier female. CK level can vary between twice the normal concentration and up to 10 times the normal concentration. Electrotromography tests involve delivery of electric impulse through special needles inserted in the affected muscle. Measures of the conduction of the electrical impulse may be ordered by the doctor in some cases suspicious of BMD. DNA testing of the dystrophin gene to diagnose BMD is not widely available and is usually done from a blood sample. In many cases, the DNA testing can tell families and doctors with a high degree of certainty whether the disease course is more likely to be BMD or DMD. Genetic testing is indicated in patients with high level of CK suggests signs of symptoms of BMD or DMD. When a mutation in the DMD gene is transferred, the disease is confirmed. Overall, there are two approaches for genetic tests. The first one is analysis for deletion duplication, which are most common form of mutation, seen in 70% to 80% of cases. The second approach is the screening and sequence analysis upon mutation using multiple available methods. Female relatives of men and boys with DMD can undergo DNA to see if there are carriers of the disease. If there are, they have 50% chance to give birth to their children who are themselves carriers or who will develop DMD. So this one doesn't change anything. I mean, when a female relative, you have someone in your family, a male relative, who has either DMD or BMD. If they have children, which obviously they will, they have a 50% chance. It's basically like doing a coin toss. 50% it lands on tails, 50% it lands on heads. So it's like you just you're rolling that. It's like rolling the dice, like they say. You know. In some cases, to be more certain about the disease in its course, the doctor may suggest muscle biopsy. That's what they did to me. in which a small sample of muscle is taken for special examination. Most patients are diagnosed by molecular genetic testing without undergoing muscle biopsy because muscle histology for DMD is not specific. I did not know that. Muscle biopsy show fibrous and fat tissue instead of muscle tissue, as well as signs of degranulation, resignation, muscle fiber, hypertrophy, enlargement of the muscle fibers, special study in the muscle biopsy, and dye using antibody for the detection of dystrophy may be used in case of negative genetic. Western blot technique for qualifying proteins may be used at diagnosis as well. Western blot may be used for prediction of several of the disease in male dystrophy level between 5% and 20% normal. Correlations with intermediate phenotype med DMD or zero DMD level 20 to 50% of normal dystrophy or 20 to 100% of abdominal dystrophy. If related to mid to mild BMD, a level of 0 to 5 of dystrophy indicates DMD. So there you have it, folks. That's how you get diagnosed with BMD. I feel like it's a little bit more complicated than mine because for me, they just did, blood testing and stuff like that. And they didn't do all this like they seem that it's complicated. But Becker seems a little bit complicated. So, like I said, this is the what you may call it the disease that supposedly my genetic doctor many years ago, when I was born, basically wanted me to land in that category because it's the least aggressive one. But sadly, I landed on the aggressive one. But I thought I'll make this video. Like I said, I wanted to implement these types of videos talking about all the other muscular dystrophy for this year. So I wanted to start with this one. My next video, I'm going to be focusing on the symptoms. How do you know you have, you know, BMD and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Until next time.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.